is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It does feel a little bit weird saying that because it's been a long time since I've talked to you guys. I think like 6 months, almost 7 months, I'm pretty sure. I just want to first start off by saying that I feel a little bit nervous, but I just know that it's time. It's time to not me already getting emotional. Bro, it's only been like 30 seconds. I cannot get emotional right now. It's time to talk to you guys and just sit down with you guys and tell you what's been going on. So you're probably here because you want to know why I took such a long break from social media, or just wondering where have I been, if I'm doing okay. I've tried filming this video already twice, you guys, twice, and I just could not, I couldn't get myself to sit down and just feel like it was time to sit in front of the camera and just like express to you guys of what I've been going through, what's been kind of going on. It's just something more like personal, and maybe some of you guys can relate. Okay, so I want to be completely honest with you guys throughout this whole video. So I believe back in August of last year, I took a break. I did not expect to take such a long break like this. I remember back in August, I was going through some stuff just mentally, just myself personally, of just always feeling so overwhelmed, feeling anxiety, feeling like, what's my purpose in life? Like, I know some of you might think like, well, you post on social media, you know, you share your experience with God and you help a lot of women, but that is my goal. But I didn't feel 100%. Sorry you guys, my throat is getting so dry because I feel like I'm getting emotional already. Anyway, so as I was saying, I just didn't feel 100% with myself. I felt very lost, and I felt very lost, you guys. Let me just tell you something. Just because you see a lot of things on social media, my life might have looked perfect because I go to church, I pray, but you guys, I was going through it. And I just felt like I was going through it because the enemy knew what I was doing. He knew how many women I was bringing closer to God. He knew how many women I was helping, telling me that they were going back to church, that they opened up their Bible, and it's been years. He knew exactly what I was doing, and I felt like he knew exactly where to attack. And you guys, I feel like I failed God. I feel like I failed God because I gave up. I felt like I gave up, but also I didn't, because I'm still standing here and I'm making this video. This whole time I was thinking like, why did I take such a long break? Like, why did I give up? But it was all for a purpose. I know that if I didn't take that social media break of just constantly feeling so overwhelmed, constantly feeling like I need to be perfect on social media, I wouldn't have been able to be here today and explain to you guys what I went through. During those months that I took off of social media, you guys, I'm being honest with you, like, I was feeling super depressed, I was feeling super down. And don't get me wrong, there were days where like I would feel up and I would feel like, okay, I'm ready to get back, but then boom, the next day, down again. And I wanted to pick up myself so bad, but something was just not letting me. I just asked God, like, God, if I need to get back on social media and I need to get back to myself, give me a sign. Are you ever like asking God, like, give me a sign, God, give me a sign? Well, that was me. And he gave me more than enough signs. But sometimes when you're just down bad, you cannot see those signs from God because you're just too blind for it. All the signs were all of you guys. At least 2 or 3 times a day, I would get messages from you guys. I'm praying for you. Girl, where have you been? I hope that everything's okay. We need you back. And I was so blind that now sitting here, I'm just like, those were all the signs from God that were coming from you guys. I got a text from a friend saying, don't let fear stop you. You have a lot inside of you that you need to share with the world. And I was just like, that is my sign. Like, if I don't take that as a sign from God, like, I'm dumb. Like, I'm literally ignoring God. The enemy is going to put many thoughts in your head. And that's exactly what he did to me. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt lost. I didn't feel worthy. Even though God says that I am worthy, that I am chosen, that he loves me, the enemy will literally get you at your lowest moments. I was in that season, you guys. Like, you're gonna have seasons in life where, and I'm telling you guys this, but I'm also speaking to myself. And trust me, I've talked a lot to myself already, and I've told myself this, where you're going to have seasons in your life where you're gonna be so on fire for God. And then I just felt like I was in this small season where I was feeling so low, you guys. I was feeling so low. I was still posting on social media, and that's why you cannot trust everything that you see on social media, because people go through things. This is real life, you know? And I was one of those people that I was going through things, and I just knew that I had to take a step back, because I'm like, how can I be sharing God's word and sharing all this stuff, but I myself am not okay? And I just knew that God told me, like, just take a break. Okay, so I felt like I was going off track, but I want to get back to what I was saying. And I just feel like this video is going to be all over the place, you guys. I'm crying, now I'm smiling, and it's just gonna be all over the place. And I hope that you guys understand, because that's literally where I was a few months back. I was all over the place. I definitely was in a season of isolation where I literally needed to get myself right with God. I needed to tell myself, like, okay, enough is enough. You took 6 months off. The enemy cannot keep you where you are. It's time to grow. It's time to get back and share God's word with everybody. But I just know that this break was much needed. This break was an eye-opener. I just felt like I've learned so much. I literally have learned that no matter what I do in this life, God needs to come first. God needs to come first in order for everything to just flow, in order for me to just feel calm, because I get very overwhelmed, is to put God first. And I was doing that. I was doing that a few months back, but I wasn't being true to myself. And if you're an overthinker and you get very overwhelmed like I do, you guys, it's time to open up our Bibles first thing in the morning. It's time to worship God first thing in the morning before anything else. When you go home and you're alone in your room, it's up to you to declare over your life that you will no longer have depression, that you, in Jesus' name, that you will no longer have anxiety, that the enemy will no longer have a hold on you, and you have to declare that over your life. For a long time, I was putting the gym first, I was putting myself first, I was putting all these other things first besides God. I had a lot of fear coming back. I had a lot of fear not knowing, like, if I get back on social media, am I going to be okay? But that was the enemy trying to keep me away. And I started praying over myself, like, fear will no longer take over my life. Fear is so horrible. Fear can stop you from doing so many things that you want to do in this life. You guys, I literally was in my room praying, and I was like, I will no longer have fear. The enemy will not take control over my life. I have work to do. I need to stand up and be a child of God, a woman of God, and share God's word, the things that he's helped me get through. Sometimes God is telling you, like, put some respect on my name, because I've got you through this. I've got you through this. What makes you think I cannot get you through this? Even though I took such a long break and I was going through a lot of stuff, God makes all things beautiful. Because now that I see it, I was crying almost every single day, you guys. And I feel like I needed to go through this. You know how people say like sometimes you're gonna have to go through certain things in order to grow? I feel like that was me. All I know is that God makes things all beautiful. What the enemy thought he had on me, God literally said no. I want to share something with you guys that my pastor taught on a few weeks back, and it was about fear, and it was called Fear Not. That's what the Sunday service was about. And I felt like this really spoke to me because I felt like a few months back I constantly was feeling just very fearful of my future. And it says, God has given us the authority to overcome every trial. Fear is opposite of faith. When you fear, that means you don't have faith. And that really stuck to me. Like, how can I have fear and not have faith? Even though I know that God is a faithful God. That's when I started telling myself, like, no, I do not fear. I have faith that I will overcome this. I have faith that God will get me through this. And it says, fear will keep you in chains. Faith walkers, not fear talkers. So I want to be a faith walker. I don't want to feel fearful anymore. I don't want to enter this year feeling scared of my future or scared of like what's gonna happen. Like, no, I just want to have all my faith in God. You guys, my battery just died, but luckily I have 2 extra batteries. So no, devil, I'm gonna upload this video and I have extra batteries. Thank you very much. You guys, I have so many notes on my phone from church. Like, this one is talking about praise. It says praise is a lifestyle. Praise is not always in the good times, but even in the bad times. I felt like this is why I'm here today, because he knew that not only was I praising him when things were going good, but I was praising him even when I was down bad. Well, you guys, I think that's all I have to say for this video. I'm kind of tired of talking about what happened the last few months, and I just want to move forward. I just want to continue my life with God and do exactly what I was doing, but this time giving him my all. And I also want to say, before I end this video, thank you so much, you guys, from the bottom of my heart, for sending me all your sweet messages and praying for me. And just know that your messages during this time like literally made me bawl my eyes out. You know, sometimes when people are going through tough seasons, just sending a simple text like praying for you, hope you're doing okay, can mean so much to somebody. So I'm just really grateful for you guys. I've missed you guys so much. I cannot wait to get back, and I just can't wait to do what God has called me to do. I'm just so ready for the new year, and I'm excited to see all the amazing things that are going to happen in 2024 for me and for you, because I know God is gonna work miracles for you guys in your life. Just keep praying, you guys. Don't give up. Keep praying. Continue spreading his word to other people. Share his goodness. And I also want to leave you guys with this. Instead of constantly always saying, because I know that I've said this multiple times, like, why am I going through this? Like, why me? Why would God put me through this? Instead of saying that, start telling yourself, what is God trying to teach me? What is he trying to tell me? Let me open up my word more. Let me pray to him more and see what he's trying to teach me through this season. And I felt like I was putting myself first. I felt like I was trying to go through life all by myself, and I couldn't. Clearly I couldn't. And that's why I was gone for 6 months, because I was just trying to do it all on my own, and I couldn't. And I know that for me personally, it was that I needed to put him first. I needed to not fear that if I put him first, God is gonna do the rest. So I hope that gave you a little bit of encouragement, you guys. Just know that with God, all things are possible. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and thank you for all your sweet messages and prayers. I can honestly say that I finally feel so much better. I feel very peaceful. I feel happy. I feel like myself again, just 10 times better. I feel refreshed, and I'm just grateful for God, and just know that if He can do it for me, He can most definitely do it for you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.